Nick Bova here, the KOC, that's the king of consistency. And today we're talking about how we're going to practice. I'm going to run you through a little circuit that I like to do when I'm practicing to help me make sure that I'm internalizing the right feels when I'm hitting golf shots on the range, and then being able to take it from the driving range out to the golf course. I'll do 4 different exercises, and as I'm doing this, it'll take me roughly 2 to 2.5 minutes to kind of go through one rep with just hitting one ball. All right, so there's a lot more practicing feels than there is actually hitting a golf ball, which is actually a good thing, right? As we're trying to change a motor pattern, giving ourselves more time to do some of these other things without a golf ball in front of us, right? Worrying about where that ball is going to go is going to be important. So I've got 4 things here that I'm going to kind of show you. And so the first one here, I've got this Tidal tank, and the reason why I have this guy here is I'm trying to feel like I get loaded better into my trail side, because I've always been more of a lead side externally rotated player, right? So the Tidal tank is nice because the water in here, okay, acts as like a seawall. So now what I'm going to do is I got my lead hand on top and my trail hand underneath. That's going to mimic the grip. Then all I'm going to do, I'm not swinging my arms as I do this, okay? I'm just letting my body move, okay? I'm feeling that pressure shift from left to right, and then you can see the water starts to move. So now I can start to feel that pressure getting into that right leg and kind of pushing down into the ground as I do that, right? So that for me is step 1. Now, step 2 is taking a kettlebell, okay? I've got my trail foot staggered back. Kettlebell starts with my palm looking at me. Then all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sit into that right glute, imitating that feeling of some internal rotation. So when I pull my right foot back, my trail foot, my center goes from being straight out here in front of me to over here. So now I'm essentially already rotated. Now I just feel like I sit back into that glute. Okay, now I've finished my rotation of the body, the lower body, and I've got that right leg really pressured heavy down into the ground. So that's number 2. Number 3, I will then take, I got a big stick here, okay? I think this is the Swivel stick by Tyler Kuntz. So I'm gonna put this here up on my head. So my tendency, the old way, was I would get too much this way and my head would get over here and then I'd get stuck there and I'd hang back on it and I'd lose control of the club face. So with this here, I've got the Leadbetter swing setter. I'm gonna put it, okay, I'm gonna get this stick right up against my head. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feel myself kind of feeling like I turn under the rib cage, right, as I load into my right leg. And I'm gonna get this club setting a little bit earlier without everything moving to the right or my lower body moving left, right? So I start with the club moving out here, boom, boom. So I can feel the club setting. I mean, you can hear the bulbs popping, okay? I can feel all that down pressure into my right foot. And then from there, I start to create a nice feel for what I'm gonna do. Then, last thing I'll do is I'll bring my golf club in now. So now I'm just gonna take some practice swings, trying to feel like I'm recreating that movement as best I can. Okay, so once I feel like I got a nice feel for that, I take the stick out, I get set into it. I'm gonna do my fencer. I'll talk more about this another time, but this is helping me get my feet connected to the ground the right way. I'm gonna feel a little bounce back and forth, and then like a hard push down into that trail foot. Boom. Okay, so then I'll hit one really slow. And that's 1 rep. And I'll do that for probably 10 to 12 balls. and then I'll call it a day with this part of my practice. Then I'll go into some dynamic practice to where I'm hitting different clubs to different targets and hitting different shots. And then I have a pretty well-rounded practice of both technical stuff as well as, say, gamification that's going to help me take it from here to the golf course. So come up with a circuit that you can do at home to help you create the changes in the motor pattern so that you can then hit more consistent golf shots, not only on the range, but it's going to make it easier for you to take it to the golf course. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to like it and then subscribe to the channel for more content that's going to help you be more consistent with your golf shots. And we'll see you next time.